What's your plan?
Now, our plan is to get rid of the climate change department,
Yes.
to start thinking about the people
Yes.
rather than about the United Nations, rather than about sort of airy-fairy ideas, which in Tanya's electorate are probably very, very popular.
G'day everyone, thank you for tuning into this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment to help boost the message, and join to be a member if you want to show some extra support. It means the world to me. I'm fully supported by my community, by you, so I can stay unbiased and give my true, uncensored opinion. So thank you all so much for your support. Let's get back to the video.
Bring in Social Services Minister Tanya Plibersek and One Nation MP Barnaby Joyce. Good morning to
Barnaby.
both of you. Tanya, so Labor remains neck and neck with One Nation, but it was only late last year, in the final news poll of the year, that you guys were hovering around 37%. One Nation were just 15% in the primary vote.
Yeah.
That's a massive change around. Are you worried by how much ground you have lost in less than a year?
How worried?
Well, it's certainly a change, and we've got a bit of time between now and the next election to right that. And that's why we are absolutely focused every day on making a real difference in people's lives. It's why we've invested in tax.
They're destroying it. Oh, they're going to say tax cuts. Can I get some ones in the chat if no one knows what this tax cut is? Because everything's just gone up with inflation and taxes. Where's the tax cuts? The budget they released added taxes, got rid of the tax cuts. Capital gains tax, negative gearing. Where's the tax cuts?
Tax cuts.
What? How can Labor say there's tax cuts? What fucking tax cuts? I'm going crazy. I've never seen it. I haven't even seen a left-wing person say Labor did this tax cut. Was there a tax cut on burgers or something? Like, what's the tax cut? A tax cut on visas? Nothing an Australian will notice.
Up to $3,000 on average. In Barnaby's electorate, 75,000 people will get a tax cut. It's why we're focused on helping people into a home of their own. Again, in Barnaby's electorate, that's about 2,300 people. More than 3,000 people have taken up the home battery program in Barnaby's electorate. Now, these are all things that One Nation would oppose, and they've got a leader who says that Australians are paid too much, they're lazy and they should be easier to sack. So we're very focused.
No, she just wants business back in Australia. You frame it like that is so stupid. She wants business thriving in Australia again. You need to help businesses, small businesses, get back so we can manufacture here, not import everything from India and China. That's crazy that you're against that.
On making a real difference in people's lives. Just today, we've got the new bulk billing figures out. Bulk billing's up 12% in Barnaby's electorate.
Bulk billing's up 12%. How much is immigration up? When there's people in hospitals the other day on the floor in Sydney because they can't get a hospital bed. Of course, everything's going to go up. It's like more people are having to use bulk billing. It's a good thing, is it?
And there's an extra 13 bulk billing GP clinics in his electorate, and the Tamworth Urgent Care Clinic's seen more than 33,000 people. $20 million saved on medicines because of change.
$20 million saved, or $20 million from the taxpayers?
Changes we've made as a government in Barnaby's electorate alone. So we're focused on making a real difference to people's lives so that we can take some of that pressure off.
And Barnaby, Anthony Albanese is still the preferred Prime Minister, double the support of Angus Taylor, about 15 points ahead.
The only way he's the preferred Prime Minister is he's got his imported votes, he's got his dodgy preferences, he's got everyone who works for the government wants to keep the free ride going for that diversity minister role or some bullshit like that. That doesn't want to lose that job. He's got everyone who's immigrated here that wants to have multiple wives and rig the benefits. You got all the NDIS providers that are scammers on it. You got everyone in the union rigging the system and taking all the taxpayer money, so they're going to vote for Albo. Everyone voting for Labor wants the free money, which isn't free. It comes from the working class like you. That's the people voting for Labor. That's why Anthony Albanese is somehow still on 46%, because 46% of them are immigrants that don't want to be Australian, not the legends that come here to be Australian. And they're the people getting the free ride. Bullshit diversity jobs. Bullshit government jobs. NDIS scammers. Union scammers. All that shit. For Albo's fat neck. Albo goes, I'll import another 1 million people and create another 1 million government jobs. And then I'll win the next election.
Pauline Hanson, how do you plan on closing that gap and making sure that the vote for One Nation isn't just a protest vote?
Well, it sounds like Barnaby must be doing an incredibly good job in his electorate, so I thank you for the advertising, Tanya, but obviously when you give lines like that...
How can they still say One Nation's just a protest vote? So stupid.
Lines like that, it means that there's no authenticity in it, Tanya. It just means you're blurting out the lines. And
I'm proud of what we do.
Obviously, what's happened is people don't believe in the authenticity of Labor beyond socialism. They're very good at socialism. They're very good at taking away the rights of our land. They're very good at intermittent power and putting the price of power up through the roof. They talk about the fix the housing crisis. Have you seen it? They talk about the fix the power.
Fix the housing crisis. Import a few million people. Fix the power crisis. Go towards net zero and give all our resources that actually produce power overseas.
Prices, have you seen it? It's just not authentic. It's blurting lines. It's prepared.
What's your plan?
Prepared by central office before Tanya comes on television.
What's your plan?
Now, our plan is to get rid of the climate change department, to start thinking about the people rather than about the United Nations, rather than about sort of airy-fairy ideas, which in Tanya's electorate are probably very, very popular.
I love that One Nation is starting to call that the globalist agenda. Not sovereignty, not sticking up for your own country. They're calling out this big agenda for no culture, mass immigration, UN. I love One Nation are getting into it. They're waking a lot of people up and they don't like that.
They're just slogans, Barnaby.
They're not slogans. It's what's fucking happening. How is getting rid of the fucking net zero a slogan? That's a policy they're going to do and save us trillions of dollars. It's just a slogan, stopping that. No, it's not. It's what's going to happen.
People who are struggling to pay their power bills, to pay for their groceries, to get ahead in life. It really hurts them. I was down at the coal miners the other day in Barnaby's electorate, and they're being pushed out of a job because of the safeguard mechanism, which the Labor Party believes in, because they're going to change the weather, going to change the rain.
Tanya, are you worried that this isn't just a protest vote? That this, it seems to be solid now. A poll after poll, we sit here week after week, and One Nation is there, 25 to 29, up there with you.
I think it takes a while for people to catch up with the difference in their own lives. Like Barnaby's talking about power prices, for example. In his electorate, the local power provider, the prices have gone down 7%, the default market offer.
I love it when they say it's going down. And it just defies reality.
It's going down. Power's going down. That's a good one.
Well, Barnaby...
Even Barnaby's like, you're crazy. You're crazy.
It's crazy.
That is actually what people get as a default market offer. That's not made up. That is
heavy industry must be coming back to
world.
Australia, Tanya.
In
which
the
major
world.
company? Which major heavy industry
and
company?
And you talk about. You go on about coal. The reason, Barnaby, the reason that coal-fired power is so expensive is because there has not been a single day without an unplanned outage.
He's 100% right. They make it expensive because they won't use the coal plants and they create laws with red tape. Why, if coal's so expensive for power, why did China take all our coal to manufacture for us? Riddle me that. We take their Chinese batteries and we give them our coal. Why would they want coal if it doesn't work?
The coal-fired power stations keep breaking down, Barnaby, because they're 50 years old. It's like driving a...
Well, instead of spending trillions of dollars on net zero, build new coal stations, if they're so old.
50-year-old car. They break down and they're expensive to fix.
And look at your intermittent power of solar and wind and work it out.
The reason power prices are coming down is because of the increase in renewables, Barnaby.
You still make excuses for hurting people.
Well, let's leave it there with the power, because it is a mess.
What you hear from Barnaby is no solutions, just a lot of
we're leaving it
complaints.
there, Tanya.
No
We're moving on.
solutions.
Let's look at something
Guy
else.
who was the Deputy Prime Minister for years has
my
no
gosh.
solutions.
You are the government, Tanya. You have
just
been
a
the
load
government
of
for 2 years.
complaints.
He's using a 50-year-old car as an example for a plant. It makes no sense.
It's a problem now.
Sit down, Tanya. Sit down.
It has been for a long time.
Oh, there we go. That was a good one. Barnaby, getting into them. I mean, people that believe in net zero thinking it's helping the country when it's spending like over $1 trillion and our power's only going up. Every other country that manufactures is not going towards net zero. They're using resources to manufacture, and we are going broke and everyone's suffering for it, and we're just buying stuff from other countries because we can't manufacture, because we don't have enough power, and we have too much red tape from these woke Labor freaks that would rather destroy a country with 28 million people thinking we're going to change the environment. Which has all been bullshit, by the way, because if it was true, we'd be underwater right now, what I was taught in school, but that never happened. Strange that never happened. Sit down, Tanya. Sit down.